Hello, everyone, and welcome to the next episode. And today will be a live commentary match against the Portland Timbers, a team that have typically been a rival with Sporting Kansas City in the playoffs. Both teams, I don't believe, have been doing well within the 2023 season. So it'll be interesting to see how we can repel this team, and the goal will be for us to make it to the playoffs. Now, from last episode, we had the opportunity to do a number of things, including we signed head coaches. So we signed all the coaches we could. We're still below the ideal limits for all the major attacking midfield defense, but it's still pretty good. As you can see, like Leibold has gone down 56 weeks for his training. Development plans, I did that for every single player. Every single player has a unique development plan that we will alter as we go throughout the season and see how that goes. Youth scouts, we sent our youth scouts out, and we sent those out, if I can get to it. It's hard to remember where it's at. There we go. Youth staff, we sent them to the United States, because we are a United States club, Mexico, and Canada. So all North American teams, or all North American nations. The friendly matches, we played just the first friendly to get kind of used to the team. We won that 5-1, and then we simulated the other two, one of them being against Malmo FF and tying them both 1-1. And then we also brought in a player. We bought Robinson, or we brought him in on a free. He'll be coming in within the next month or two. If we look into the transfer hub, we brought in Miles Robinson. He's a center back. I think he'll be a good addition. I wanted to get it to be not too expensive. His wages are $4,500, so he's still just a squad player. He isn't in the $7,500 where it would be a designated player. His wages will move us up to about $99,000. So I will need to get rid of someone to try to stay about that $95K mark, but we'll see as we get through the season. I'm going to have the mark, so at the end of the season, we have to be by that mark. And that gives us a little more time. I was looking at this player, Go Yun Jun. Again, with the wages, I don't know if it's going to be feasible. He also is going to cost about $5 million at most. I also was looking at Alex Roldan, who is on a expiring contract very soon as well. And at least I think he is for the next 10 months. But his wages, well, technically his wages would be good for the club, and his right back position would be an 8 or a 4 rating upgrade to Graham Zusi, who will likely drop down to about a 60 by the end of the season. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how the team does and see where we need to strengthen and where we need to move on. I do think this season will be the last season we have Tim Ilya as a, well, as I say that, he's retiring at the end of the season. And actually, I want to see, while we're here, any other players that are retiring. Is Graham Zusi retiring at the end of the season? No. And the only other one would be Roger Espinoza. He is not retiring at the end of the season as of yet. So, Tim Ilya retiring, we're going to probably utilize McIntosh and Pulskamp. I haven't re-signed McIntosh's contract quite yet because I'm still trying to determine if he's going to be a starter for us. If he isn't, I might just let him go out on a free and try to get a youth goalkeeper out of our development system. But yeah, let's get right into this and see how it goes. Something new they added was this match preparation. You can look at the pre-match report and see what type of team they are. It looks like they'll be playing with a 4-5-1 or 4-2-3-1 formation, which is what they've typically had for their team. Chara is an impactful player, as well as Evander, who I believe was signed this year. They have a standard playing style, so it looks like nothing too special there. You also can do a press conference, so let's just do that. Really, these are kind of useless, besides to keep your team morale up, which if you just look at the symbol, then you always are going to say it. But what's the mood ahead of your first competitive game? I would say I'm happy with what we got here. A talented group of players. Try to improve it every day. That's what I'm going to say. Good. It's a very competitive division, relentless schedule, but you've made it clear that your aim is restoring to make the playoffs this season. Are you confident your team is good enough to make it there? I'll say there's a good feeling around the club. That is our aim this season, and they wanted us actually to make it into the semifinals of the playoff. So we'll see how far we can go. We're all in together. That type of answer. There you go.
Okay, guys, we're out of time.
So yes, we're not going to do the training sessions. If it's a really key match, I may try to do that, but for now we won't. And let's make sure this is the lineup we want to do. I've set it so their sharpness is pretty high for these games. You can see all the players' ratings are super high, with huge boosts because of the sharpness. Let's put Remy Walter on the bench ahead of Roger Espinoza. Just because he has more highly rated sharpness. And his rating, we'll put Cameron Duke on the bench. Looks like Curry Shelton is tired. And then for Davis, we need a center back. So let's put Voltaire would be 64. Let's put Castellanos and see how he does. And yeah, that'll be the team. So, starting Tim Melia and all the lot of them. Let's get right into this.
A glittering and meaningful occasion, and all week long the football chatter has
so these games might have some skipping around or cuts, but they'll be very minimal. It'll be basically the entire game in hand while we play, and just me talking throughout the game and very simple commentary, I guess you could say. Oh, we don't even get lineups? That's kind of dumb. Okay. So we're going to use this camera for now and see how it works. I may switch. The style we're going to be going, especially away from home against Portland, is going to be a slower build-up and trying to break them down. Go Leibold. Leibold did do really well. Can someone get in the box? Ooh, close tent. Leibold did do really well in the friendly I did play with, so that's why he's getting the start. Ahead of Ndembe. Oh, go Russell. Go, let's go. Start off with 1-0 to Daniel Shaloi scoring, which he needs to have a big season for us if we are to get into a playoff position. Our front three all need to have big seasons. That's a good start. Very poor defending by them. And are we already through again? Pass. Russell again. Russell. 2-0. 2 quick goals in the first 10 minutes of our Sporting Kansas City career mode. And it's with his weak foot too with Johnny Russell. So that's good. It's good. It was an assist off the post too. Very FIFA. That's a FIFA thing type goal. But yeah. I do like how the nets move so fluidly like that. And then yeah. So 2-0 to us away from home. Good start. We'll see if Portland will change. Now, the difficulty is set on world class. I upped the sliders for goalkeepers to be 70. They're usually set at 50. We'll see if that affects it. As we get Tommy through here. I'm gonna try to cut it in. Another shot. Right now we are pushing Portland. But yeah, if the goalkeepers still are letting about every shot in, we may look to transition to upping that slider even more. I've noticed that the goalkeepers are really weak in this game. So, and plus upping it to legendary difficulty, which I have played. It's really, really difficult, especially to defend. So we'll only look to up that if we find that we're having not hardly any trouble, which right now, we're breaking through again. Oh, that's 3-0 to Sporting Kansas City with Tommy. That was a power shot there to go through. Ooh, that was unlucky by the center back. He kept his foot just a second extra back. He would have blocked it, but 3-0 inside 22 minutes. But yeah, I will say goalkeeping is an interesting component for this season. It'll be interesting to see if Sporting gets through here. They're going to tie it up. Or, sorry, not tie it up, but make it 3-1. Nope. Goalkeeping will be an interesting battle for this season. Tim Melia is retiring at the end of the season, like it's said. So, we'll have to see who comes out on top. If it's McIntosh, we'll re-sign him. If it's Pulskamp, then good on that too. I still might keep McIntosh if his wages aren't too high. But we'll have to see about that. You can get a fourth. Ooh, it's a good save. Separate. Zuparic? I don't remember them being his goalkeeper. Okay. Alright, Tommy, I'm just going to put it near post. It's okay. Got Akinda into Tommy. Cross again. Ooh, too heavy. But yeah, so that's gonna be kind of the goal. I think that will be that's a power pass. That's a very poor pass. Okay. That'll be an interesting avenue. Johnny. Pass. Ooh. Block. Johnny. Heads it. Pass Tommy. Might have Portland come through here. But yeah, so we might up the difficulty, especially depending on how the first couple results go. Good block. Good. And that's about as good a half you could have, I would say. The halves are on 4-minute halves as well. And we're not going to change anything for the second half. We're going to see if we can get a quick fourth goal, put their hopes to rest, stop them from scoring, and then probably look to rotate the team and get them ready for the next game. Keep that in. They're both not able to. It's funny because in real life, Sporting has struggled a lot. But the teams available, I mean the players available and the ratings they have, they typically, I would say, should be a much better side than they're showing. Just gonna keep going. Now we play it. Hold it. Here we go. Play it. Oh, one last pass and Johnny Russell would have been through. But yeah, I would say that our goal will be eventually to win the MLS Cup, obviously. Ooh, he is offsides. And then we'll just go from there, just trying to see how we can do. And I would say probably there will be a lot of turnover within the team because of the rules we put in place. So that'll be interesting. We won't be sitting with the same team, especially if we have transfers come in where we have to sell players. See if we can get a fourth goal by Daniel Shallowy. Just grab the ball and gets on with it. Okay, now that we got our fourth, we're gonna look to put on Agata. Let's put on some young youth players. Let's put on Cameron Duke, and let's put on Gutierrez. So let's do a triple substitution. And then about the 80th minute, we'll put on Castellanos. And we'll put on Remy Walter.
And this is turning into something of a rout. 4-0.
But yeah, so that's going to be our overall goal for the series, is just do that. We'll see how many seasons we end up doing. I may end up simulating some games at some points, because I do not have the most abundant amount of time. But yeah, and again, some of these games may be played off camera if they are games that maybe not are the highest encounter. And then we'll just have a quick cut highlights of those. Ooh, Fontas, that's not good. This is not a good tackle by Fontas, but he got lucky. So yeah, a lot of things to look forward to within this series, especially with the new teams added in the MLS for FC 24. See, so if he had just went on the near side of him, I could have got the ball to him, but I just didn't read that run right. Okay. Jesus. Just trying to trying to hit the ball straight through him.
20 minutes to go. Bravo. Here's Mabiala. Diego Chara.
Just trying to hold them.
Mabiala.
Let's get the clean sheet. That's going to be a personal. I am a defender in real life, so, or I play defense elite most of my life, so I really focus the points defensively. But now that we got there, we're going to take Fontas off. Let's put on Castellanos, and let's put on Remy Walter for Rodoya.
So 2 substitutes to come on in one go.
So we'll look at the reigns after the end of the game, because I kind of want to base my decisions for who plays and whatnot on those a little more, because their overall rating, not necessarily their team rating, can kind of make you very one-sided and make it so you don't utilize players as much as you probably could. So for instance, Cameron Duke is a young player, but if you don't think, even if he does well in games, you're probably not going to start him because he is a 59 overall. Ooh, free kick opportunity. Let's get about 3 bars of power. Some might not be enough. Nope. Okay. See if Russ can get the ball back. He does. We get the ball back for another free kick. I do need to turn off handballs. Okay. Let's just do almost all 4 bars. Ooh, good save by their goalkeeper. Bam. Then goal for them. And then I might also up the difficulty further. I know there isn't one above. I don't think you can play Ultimate difficulty in. Wait a second, we might be through with Agata. Oh, that was so weak. I was trying to do a fake as if he was going inside to get more room from the defender. Just didn't work the way I wanted. But yeah, so we might even up the difficulty further for a playoff game, because in real life a playoff game would be more difficult, I would think, than... Ooh, good save. And then a regular season game. So Johnny can get anything in the box. He can't, so that's okay. Let's get it top. Let's have Cameron Duke take a shot. That'll end the game. 4-0 to us. So let's look at performances. Daniel Shallowy, amazing. Our front 3 were all amazing, 10 out of 10s. Polillo had 2 assists. Johnny Russell had a goal and 2 assists. And then Shallowy had 2 goals. Subs, obviously they didn't get that high of a rating just because they didn't play that much. Gadi Akinda was kind of okay. Leibold did really well, like I would think. Graham Zusi did well, so not really many issues defensively in that game. If we look at shooting overall from match facts, they only had 3 total shots and 1 on target. So we probably will try to test legendary difficulty for the next game and see how that goes, because that was very, very easy.
Just a couple of questions for you.
Okay, first victory. So delight with the first win. It was 100% effort. We did really, really well. Why did I leave Ndembe out? Every player has to earn their place. No, I want to see it. No, the team has to come first. Realistically, the team has to come first. I would not say that either. All that is just bollocks. Great win and a great performance, Shallowy. It was a good team display. Everyone on the team did well today, not just Shallowy, because you had 310 overall ratings. But yeah, so that's our first game. The next game we play will be against Colorado Rapids. And just before that game, I will put it up to legendary difficulty. Oh, there is ultimate. Okay, super. So we are going to try the next game on legendary difficulty and see how that goes. That will not be this episode. It will be the next episode. And with that, I want to thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoy the start of our MLS season, as well as the more laid-back editing style as well. So I hope you guys enjoy. I will see you next time, where we'll play a pivotal match against Colorado Rapids and see if we can keep this momentum going. See ya.